Knitters, Bellyphant from Strand Knitting Studio in San Clemente, California. And today I have an Off My Needles. You saw it last week, now it's off. I have our spring sweaters, all the highlighted sweaters we're doing for the spring, and a crochet bag class, and the sweater class. Stay tuned. First thing I'm going to do is talk about classes, because Off My Needles has to do with the classes. The crochet bag, which you've seen now for several weeks, and it's just one giant granny square, so it's very beginner crochet friendly, extremely friendly. And then you make a rectangle, you line it, which you're just going to hand stitch the lining on, and then we pick up this stuff, which in crochet is no big deal, and make the shape. Make the shape like this, and of course you got handles. And so now this yarn, as you know, we do not have in stock. We're waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting some more. So at this point, it's probably not going to be here till May. We have tons of other choices. This is just one. And one of the really good ones is the Noros here in these giant skeins that stripe. So you get the color movement like you would with this. And but you don't have to change any yarns. Yay. So this would be a really good choice. We also have these solid Noros that are a little bit heavier, and I just think, I mean, that's just gorgeous. That would make a gorgeous bag. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 colors of this, and there's multiple other choices. If you go a couple videos back, not last week's but the week before, then I really went into different choices you could use to make this bag. So the crochet bag is this Sunday the 3rd from 10 to 12. This Sunday the 3rd from 10 to 12. The next class I want to talk about is the sweater class. And if you're new to this, we have divided the year into quarters, and we're doing it by quarter, and there's like a range of highlighted sweater patterns that we'll be working on. So just depending on what you want to work on. So it's spring now, so here are our spring sweaters. And yeah. So last week I talked about some of these. So this is the Cancun Boxy top, and it's a very simple rectangles. Just do a rectangle. Catching on my hanger here. You do a rectangle, and it's got little eyelet, different patterns of eyelet stuff going on. All that's very easy. It's all like yarn overs knit two together, or a variation on that. And so nothing's very hard, and you just need your measurements of the way you want it to fit, and your gauge, and we figure out your gauge and how many stitches to cast on to get your rectangle, and you're off to the races. So and then if you want to add sleeves, it's a very simple thing to do. You're just slowly adding stitches on the sides, 5 at a time, and you can make your sleeves as long as you'd like. And I love mine. And it's just a very wearable, all year round wearable kind of top. The next one is Avana. And this is what was on my needles last week. Well, it's off my needles now. And yeah. So this yarn is fabulous. This was done on a 10 and an 8 for the lace. You go down to an 8. So it's done on a 10, so it's big yarn, makes it very flowy. It's very flowy, drapey. It's 100% cotton. It's a variegated, no, it's not variegated. It's like a mottled colorway. So the color looks like this in the skein. And we have like 6 or 8 colors. Now, if you do it as is, and you can come in and try this on. So if you do it as is, then that takes 2 skeins. And if you need to lengthen or widen or both, then you'll need 3 skeins. And one of the sleeves come like this, where it has a lace on the sleeves, but you can also forego the lace on the sleeves and just leave it like this, and it looks just as lovely. This is a fiddly factor. I would say try the lace, and if it's too fiddly, let go of the lace. because it's fiddly because you're doing it in that little tiny circle. So it's a little bit fiddly, just warning you. But it's, it's the same lace you've been doing the whole time. So it's not a new lace. It's just that you're in a small circle and you have yarn overs that are crossing over. So anyway, so that's the Havana. And that's one size, but as I said, easy to lengthen, easy to widen, easy to make this wider. All the different measurements, it's a piece of cake to change those. So And, oh, and it's got a bonus. You learn, this is like the best thing ever that happened in a long time. You learn how to do a provisional cast on that ends up with a lifeline in your live stitches instead of like doing the crochet thing where you're having to pick out the live stitches. There's a lifeline there, and all you have to do is stick your needle in. Like, it's like the best thing that has come along in a while. So anyways, I'll teach you that. It's a little confusing, but it's really, really worth it, and just makes it, oh my God, I can't believe, I'm like, oh my God, provisional cast-ons are no longer an issue. So that's that sweater. And then I'm putting up right here, there's this Cocoon sweater that I have found. I haven't made it up yet, but it's, again, one giant granny square. I think it's like 30 by 30 or 30 by 40 inch granny square, starting from the middle back out. It's a cocoon, and so it's crochet, granny square, out of anything, literally out of anything. We have brown, if you love that brown, we've got brown yarn. We've got this yarn, this would be gorgeous. Any of these would be gorgeous. And I think it's 1,200 yards, and you're on a J hook. And so it's very beginner friendly, very beginner friendly. So that's an option. So I got a crochet option in here. I was so happy. And then the last is our baby child sweater, which is the elephant sweater, which I put up right here. And this is just a fun sweater, the little elephant thing, it's bottom up. So the elephant motif is, you hit that pretty much right at the beginning. And it's a good way to learn intarsia or practice intarsia. It's not just a small little thing, so it doesn't take up too much time to get it done. And then the next little hurdle is adding the sleeves. You did the sleeves separately, and then you add them onto the body and knit the rest of the way up. So there's no sewing, seamless. Gotta love seamless. And it's great girl or boys. And like I have somebody right now doing like a lavender pink one, and it's just adorable. It looks adorable. So that's our spring lineup. Of course, if you come in, you have another one you've wanted to knit, that's all good too. Just come to the sweater class with your supplies, and then yeah, we'll get you started. So I think that's it for today. Again, we thank you for supporting our little studio. We couldn't be here without your support, and you guys are supporting us, and we're really, really grateful. It's buzzing around here. We love it. We're having a lot of fun. I hope you come in to join us, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.